Welcome to Love Heals Cancer and ZenOnco.io. I'm Astha from ZenOnco.io. This is our cancer healing journey talk where we invite speakers who have gone through cancer, maybe as a patient, caregiver, or survivor. These CHJs are very close to our hearts because many patients tell us that when we listen to other people's journeys, it inspires us. It helps boost their confidence and gives them hope that if others have been able to successfully beat the disease, then why can't they? So, thank you very much for joining us for today's CHD Talks. And can you introduce yourself and tell us how it all began?
Yeah, thank you, Asta, for the invitation. My name is Flávia. I'm from Brazil. And when I was 23 years old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a type of blood cancer. And I felt really alone. I didn't know anybody passing through the same, so it felt like it was only with me. Then I had a treatment and it was fine. But after 1 year and a half, I found out that I was sick again. And this time I decided to change things, you know. I didn't want to be alone anymore. So I started writing a blog and sharing my story, sharing tips of how to choose a wig, to make a headscarf or something. And I started meeting a lot of people in this journey. And then I met two guys from my city, and they wanted to do something, a social work. So we started, we met to organize one meeting for patients. We did the first time, and it was amazing energy, amazing connection between people. And then we decided to go further. So we started the organization, we started doing more, and now we have an institute that's called Instituto Camaleao, would be a Chameleon Institute.
Okay, that's nice. That's a great initiative that you're doing. I have a question that did you have any family history in cancer or any pre-existing comorbidities or any disease?
Actually, I didn't. My mom had cancer after me, but it's not genetic. We got tested, and it was by chance.
Okay. What was your first reaction and what was your family's reaction when you were diagnosed with cancer?
I felt really alone, like I was the only person in the world passing through that. And I also felt one of the first thoughts that came to my mind was that I didn't do anything with my life. I have done nothing, you know. I was like, I didn't accomplish anything. And that really hurts because we want to leave something in the world. We want to feel that our lives matter. And I felt that it didn't make a difference in the world. So that was the first thing that happened. And my family got really scared because I'm the youngest daughter. So was the last person in the family that people would think would have cancer. But I was the first one in my family to have it.
Okay, right. What treatment did you undergo?
First, in 2011, I had chemo and radiotherapy. And then I was fine. I didn't have any disease in my body. But then 1 year and a half later, I had the cancer came back. So I did chemo bone marrow transplant, and I don't know how to say that, target therapy. Is it in English?
Yeah,
I did
targeted
that.
therapy.
Yeah, I did all the treatments that was available for me. And now this weekend I turned 9 years after bone marrow transplant. So it's really a very joyful time of the year for me, because it feels like a renovation time, a redemption time for me.
Right, you are truly a warrior. It's been 9 years, so it's a really great thing. Yeah. So, often we see that during cancer treatments, people face many side effects and other health problems. So, like, what did you face while you were undergoing those treatments?
I had some I had some side effects, such as I was always nauseous. I lost my hair twice, and that was a really big side effect for me, because it when you are bald, you can't choose to whom you're gonna say you have cancer. Everybody sees that you're going under treatment. So I felt really exposed by that. And I had other side effects, but it didn't change my quality of life in many aspects. It was okay, but I was very nauseous. I lost a little bit of weight, and the hair loss was a really challenge for me.
Yeah, definitely. So, so did you try any alternative treatment other than your medical treatment?
I started doing yoga at my second treatment. I started practicing yoga, and it helped me a lot. And I tend to see that as a treatment, because it really changed my life, and it really helped me. But I didn't go to many different treatments, because I didn't want to go on the way of the chemo. When you're under chemo, you have to believe that in the treatment that your doctor said that you should do. So I didn't do many things, but I started meditating and practicing yoga, and it was really good for me.
That's nice. So we see that when people are undergoing treatment, so they like experience a lot of emotional distress, and there is a lot of tension. So how did you cope up with these things?
The day I found out that I had cancer, I started going to therapy with a psychologist, and I never ever stopped ever since. I'm doing that for 11 years now, and it helps me a lot, because cancer is not just the treatment, the body treatment that you have. After cancer, it's challenging too, because you have a whole new life, and especially when you are young, and you see a lot of life that you still wanna live a lot of things, but you have cancer holding you back, like, okay, what if I don't. So psychology was really important for me, and I always recommend people to try some kind of therapy that helps to deal not only with cancer and its treatment, but also with the life after cancer, that can be very, very hard to do.
Definitely. I think I believe that it is important that you should let your emotions out. You should have somebody, with whom you can share your thoughts, all your problems or whatever, and you should like always stay positive. So, therapies help a lot in those things. Yeah. So I had a question that what were the things that helped you during your entire cancer journey?
writing was really important for me. And in a certain way, it was like coming back home, because when I was 8 or 10 years old, I wanted to be a writer, and I always loved to write. But when I grew up a little bit and started my adult life, I lost that, that connection with who I am. And the cancer, when it came back the second time, it kind of helped me to see what I wanted to do with my life, and that impression that I had, like I didn't do anything in my life, that was really like someone pushing me, to do things that I really should do. And it helped me a lot, and now it helps other people, because with the institute we help many people per month. And now I don't feel anymore that I didn't do anything with my life, because when I see what's happening there, I know that this is part of it is because of my own courage to go further,
Yeah, definitely. Very true. And like there are times when you feel that there is too much to handle, but you still don't give up. So like what were the things, like you mentioned writing, so what were the things apart from that that motivated you and you that kept you going in such days?
What really helped me was to understand that we all have the right to be happy, despite of any difficulties we can have in life. We were born to be happy, and it's not fair that you should be unhappy because of cancer or because something else happened in your life. So and it's not easy, because when you find out that you have cancer, it's not like, oh, okay, I have cancer, let's celebrate. It's challenging, but you have the right to be happy. So you have the days that you feel sad and that you feel the pain of being sick, but then after that you have to make a plan to find happiness again, like, what can I do to keep on going and keep on living my life and making this time that I have matter for me and for others around me, So this is really powerful when you change that perspective, because you stop searching for the cure. I mean, it's really good to be cured. It's nice to be cured, but if you don't, or if you're not there yet, you still have the right to be happy with the things you have now. I started making here in Portuguese we say like alegria do dia, which would be like the joy of the day. And I started doing that for myself, like, okay, today's joy is to not throwing up. Today's joy is to graduate on the university, is to start a new job, is to finish the treatment. So you have to search for that, because happiness is not something that we say like go on your lap, it falls from the sky and it's there. You have to search for it.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen this many times. Like, when people are diagnosed now, so, everybody feels like, why me? Why did I get cancer? But, it's slowly and gradually they understand that, like, just to be positive, and just keep going on, keep searching for all the treatments. And, like, they should not lose hope. Yeah, they should always remain positive. Yeah. So, I had a question that did you make any lifestyle changes like during and after your treatment?
I try to meditate more, to connect with myself and to calm down. because nowadays we have a really stressful lifestyle, and after treatment, it's really crazy because for me, at least, when I was under treatment, everybody, they didn't bring me problems. It was like, okay, you are sick, you have to take care of your health, and that's it. But after the day you finish chemo or any treatment you're having, people are like, okay, let's begin again. The problems come, and it's really harsh because you're still understanding what happened, and it's like a tsunami in your life. It's so meditating helps me to come back to myself, to connect. I also try to sleep more. Sleeping is really important, and for a period of time after cancer, I didn't sleep much because I wanted to make the most of life. So I was always running, like the mouse in the wheel. But after a while, I understood that maybe I won't have all the time I want to do all the things I want, but so I have to focus on what's important. So I think that was the most change I had. And something about my food choices, but not totally. I still eat some junky food. I still drink alcohol. But I'm trying to balance it, to have the balance we need to be in the middle.
Right, that's really great. It's not like you have to avoid everything. You have to, just restrain from all the foods. It's like just, portion control and all. Like you can have it sometimes, yeah. So that is the thing. That you should enjoy everything, yeah. So I have a question that what were your top three learnings from your entire journey?
My top three? Okay. First, the most amazing thing that I found out is that I am mortal. I will die, and I hope that it's not now. I hope that it's a long time from now, but none of us have sorry, my dog is like, she wants to talk too. Are you listening to her?
No, I can't
No?
listen.
Okay, because she started right here to speak, to barf. So the first thing is that I found out that the finitude, that life is short and life is unpredictable. So none of us know when it's gonna come, but it's sure to come, So this was the most powerful thing, because at first it stopped me for a while. I was paralyzed. I was like, I'm gonna die. And then I found out, okay, but I was going to die anyway, There was not one day in my life that I was not going to die. So I just found out something that most people find out when they are getting older, and they start to understand, like, okay, I don't have all the years that passed. I don't have those years ahead. I have a few years. And when you are diagnosed with cancer in such a young age, you see that in your face, So this was really powerful for me. The second thing is that life should mean something to you. It has to matter for you or for others. I think this is the biggest search of the human beings, is, okay, why am I here and what can I do since I'm here? So this is really important to try to search that. And there's not a cake recipe that you can, okay, do this and you'll find the peace you search. this is very individual, very unique. So all of us need to connect with that. And the third thing is that we need to live every day, you know, the things that we can live that day. And there are days to cry and there are days to celebrate, and both of them are important, you know, because we have to stay positive, but not in a way that we can't cry, we can't feel bad, but in a way that, okay, this is just a step for me to go ahead, you know. So let's try to evolve from that. I think that was the most important things that I learned in this journey. And I always try to tell people that, because I see that many patients, they are so focused on being cured that they don't see the beauty in the days they have right now, you know. And the cure is not sure to come, you know. For many people, it's not gonna come. So you have to step back and to see life, the life you have right now.
Yeah, so true. You explained your point so beautifully, really. So, like, what would be your message to cancer patients and caregivers?
I think we should not see cancer as a death sentence, you know. In the institute that I work on, we say that cancer can be a life sentence, you know, because you can live more after the diagnosis, more conscious of who you are and why you're here, and more I tend to say that cancer can be I don't know how to say that in English. You know, when you have a notice, you get a notice that something's gonna happen. So cancer is like that. It's like the universe telling you, you are going to die someday, not today. So enjoy it, you know, and opening your eyes for that. And this is not, we're not talking about that because people have cancer. It's because this is something that we could enjoy more, you know, to be awakened for life. So this is, I think this is the most important thing that I can say to a patient or to a caregiver, is that you enjoy the time you have, despite of cancer. You know, it's not fair that cancer takes your life away while you're alive, you know. It's not fair. And I don't think that we have to be a cancer victim, you know, because we can, even if we don't reach the cure, we can still live a life more joyful and more powerful life than if we didn't know that we are that we have this deadline in life, you know.
Yeah, that's very true. I really know that this would help so many cancer patients, you know. Yeah. So I have one last question from you that, if you have to sum your entire journey in one sentence, then what would that be?
There was a sentence that I read when I found out that I had cancer for the second time. I read this on Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I love pinning everything that I see. And I found this sentence and it really changed my point of view. And it said, change. Let me just translate that. Change the fear of the unknown for curiosity. You know, and this is amazing because you start being more curious about life. Like, okay, what's going to happen next? What can happen from that? what good can come from that? And there's always something good that can come from bad things if we try to see the silver line there, you know.
Definitely. This was really nice. The sentence that you gave, it was really very inspirational, you know. So, I'd like to thank you once again for sharing your journey with us. And it was really inspirational. And I'm sure that this would help so many cancer patients and caregivers, and it would provide so much of positivity and hope to them. Yeah, so it was just amazing. So thank you so much for being a part of our cancer journey talks. So thank you so much. And yeah.